It's pretty safe to say that Spider-Man No Way Home and the ending of that film has caused all sorts of debate among Spider-Man fans. And I am mainly here talking about the fact that his identity is no longer known. That Spider-Man exists, but Peter Parker has never existed. Nobody remembers him. Well, there is an alternative ending we have now learned details about, and this one is definitely different. And once people hear this one, I think they're definitely going to be bigger fans of the one we got. Okay, so quite obviously what I said was hyperbole. I don't think everybody's going to like the ending that we got more. Some people are obviously going to like this ending more that I'm going to talk about. But again, it's sort of how you set up the future and what happens next. The way it ended currently, we got a clean slate for Peter Parker. He's just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and he can do the small town vigilante stuff, and nobody around him has to worry about being in trouble, and he doesn't have to worry about them. Again, it's a clean slate. It's the most Peter Parker-y thing you could ever ask for. The alternative ending, though, this is interesting. So, at the end, we do see Doctor Strange sending everybody back to their universe. That part still remains the same. But there is no new spell that is cast. That is not an equation. Peter Parker's identity still remains revealed to the public. Everybody knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Luckily, earlier in the film, in another alternative scene, which we've talked about, he was let go of all those charges of murder and things because of Matt Murdock. So again, he's not wanted for murder anymore. People still believe that he did it, but he's free to go. So what exactly does Peter do? Well, he graduates high school, but he realizes that with great power comes great responsibility, and he can no longer be with the people that he loves because putting them in danger would be reckless because of what happened to Aunt May. So he ends up breaking up with MJ, and he dumps Ned as his best friend. And then he distances himself onto Manhattan into New York, where they will have a hard time finding him. They can obviously find Spider-Man, but good luck finding him because, well, he's in a city now with some 8 million people on a daily basis, and who knows where he's gotten rent and living on his own. He doesn't want you to find him. So honestly, parts of this I do like. I legitimately do like parts of this alternative ending, but, and this is the one thing that doesn't work for me, they would still know who his friends were, and that obviously Peter Parker, if they were in trouble, would come to their aid and rescue. So villains could still exploit that, and that puts a flimsy little piece of the plot that seems kind of like stupid, because you can always just do that. You know, Scorpion comes back for Spider-Man 4, for example, and he's like, how do I get this Spider-Man's attention? Of course, we just capture MJ. He says he doesn't care about her. Of course he does. Just take her up to that bridge and dangle her off. There you go. He's going to show up, right? So that's kind of stupid. It almost does nothing. The way they handled it is great in my opinion, because now he doesn't have to worry. He can just focus on being Spider-Man and keep everybody out of danger, which we know ultimately isn't really going to work, and people are still going to be in danger because of him, but that's for the sequels to tell us that story and how that happens.